Right, some ground rules. This isn't going to be a lazy debate about the use of the word soccer versus football, nor are we going to patronise USA fans for saying field instead of pitch, or getting confused over how extra time works. One of the World Cup's biggest surprises, other than Ann Coulter being the most unlikely personality to stumble into the world of football since Mike Tyson donned a Peterborough shirt, was Team USA going all rocky on us. Because coming into the tournament, most people thought they'd be less Balboa, more Apollo Creed against the rest of the world's Ivan Drago. But their never say die spirit, personified most by Tim Howard, galvanised a nation. Although fortunately, Jurgen Klinsmann didn't grab the mic after the Belgian game and tell us all we can change. But is this the turning point for soccer in the USA? Well, let's consider the evidence. President Obama, the living embodiment of the new America, was very visibly on board. Supporting Team USA on Twitter became mandatory behaviour for celebrities. Eva Longoria, the most creative of the bunch, with her USA, USA, USA World Cup. Viewing figures for the games broke records. USA-Portugal drew 18.22 million viewers, with ESPN claiming that household ratings had jumped by 44% compared to the 2010 World Cup, whilst the mainstream US press gave equal billing to soccer alongside more traditional American sports. And as for social media, well, it was off the hook. Twitter said that USA-Belgium ranked as the 4th most tweeted World Cup match to date, with 9.1 million tweets. And in the week leading up to the US's opening game against Ghana, there were 10 times more Google searches for the World Cup in the US than searches for the NBA Finals, which were in progress at the time. Well, that's all well and good, but it does beg the question, what now? What will the legacy be? Is this finally the time that soccer, having gate-crashed the fancy restaurant, finally persuades the snooty maitre d' that it's allowed to sit down at the table at the back with Jerry Jones and LeBron James, which is a whole other show, incidentally? Or in other words, does America really care about the other football? Will the love-in last? Well, what are the key things to consider? Firstly, does it matter that MLS is a B-League? Does the MLS need to attract bigger names in their prime? See, I'm not convinced about the importance of that. Consider the original foreign imports to the Premier League. They were hardly at their peak. And what about the Bundesliga? Bayern Munich aside, A-list imports look elsewhere in Europe. Yep, the German league is amongst the most powerful in the world. Then you've got the Premier League La Liga factor. Does MLS actually even need to compete when football's A game is readily available? Or is it a bit far-fetched to think that half of LA will wake up to watch Stoke versus Palace at 9:30 in the morning? Who's playing soccer? Does it need to be the #1 most played sport in the US to become the #1 most watched sport? According to an ESPN survey, soccer is the 2nd most popular sport to watch for those aged 12 to 24, ahead of basketball, baseball and college football, but behind the NFL. Is it a case of right time, right place? Right now, baseball, smack bang in the middle of its sleepy regular season. The NFL is post-draft free agency and pre-new season, which is almost pinpointing the quietest time of the year for the US's #1 sport. In other words, it's a good time to be fighting for eyeballs. So, is America undergoing a soccer revolution, or is this simply a case of patriotism over love of the sport? And what represents success? #1 sport in the US? Or maybe in the top 4, removing, say, NHL, or even, in 20 years' time, baseball in terms of popularity? What about global recognition for Major League Soccer? Well, here's Marek Larwood to test the pulse of the UK.
Oh, hello, love. I went out to ask some people if they can name some MLS teams. Here are the results.
Well, Beckham played for one, didn't he? Was it Galaxy?
Full name?
No, I don't know the full name.
I don't know, Minnesota Rabbits, I don't know.
Seattle Scroungers or something? That's the team, isn't it?
New York Red Bulls.
The Memphis Wizards or something like that? Is that a team, or the Grizzly Bears or something?
Comprehensive knowledge. I mean, I can't stay because I've just been signed up to play goal defence for the San Diego Sausages.
So, US soccer fans, let us know what you think. World football fans, let us know what you think. Sepp Blatter's intergalactic fans, let us know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't already, check out previews for tonight's games. We'll catch you tomorrow.